Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another Friday Night Fights tournament, and this time we've got the top 8 draft, the finals of the Worlds Collide. You see on the screen here the participants. We've got Cop, Sir McCrane, Turambar, Willy Goats, Kason, LXD, Kiwi, and Sand Rooster. We're into the ban phase. We're going to do one round of bans to kick things off, then we will go into the draft. Hey, and be ready. Sir McCrane. Okay, Cop with the first ban comes through, bans Velis. So Velis gonna be, Velis, I said it like a Japanese person. Velis gonna be off the table straight away. Sir McCrane has the next ban. He's typing, here it comes, ban coming through. Joker, interesting. So Joker is gonna be the second ban of the tournament. I don't know, Joker is really good. However, I didn't know if he would be ban level good for today's tournament. Looks like he is. Velis in the last cup, which was the first cup that he could actually have participated in, was banned. So far both units that have been banned have never participated in a top 8 draft before. Velis has only had one chance he was banned. Joker is a new unit. If you see on the screen here, moving from left to right, those are their positions where they were drafted in previous tournaments. June, for example, was banned last week, gets banned again this week. Previously, she was picked both 6th and 21st. Celis is banned. Celis will continue to not participate in Friday Night Fights. Off the board. They say, we're not dealing with Celis, tanking up our spells. Get out of here. Celis is gone. Kason bans Noctis. Now, this is Noctis's first ever ban in the Friday Night Fights tournament. Previously was drafted 21st last week and has really hung out about right there. Has made 3 appearances in Friday Night Fights top 8. Was picked 21st, 25th, and 20th. So, has been very present in these tournaments, and it makes you wonder if Kason has some kind of like lightning shenanigans in mind or something to plan on building that does not, that Noctis might just eat up. Okay, it's LXD's turn to ban. Willy, the ultimate Joker player. Okay, Cloud. No surprise there. Honestly, the surprise with Cloud is that he got through in previous weeks. He was banned last week, but before that, he's been second pick 2 tournaments in a row before last week. And there it is. Starlight Elena gets banned. Okay, so that makes total sense. She was banned last week, and before that, she was first picked. She's been the first pick in every one of them. Like, she's always been picked first. So, she's gone. Her average draft position is 1. Not like 1 point something or like, 2 points. No, she is first picked or banned in every tournament. So Kiwi knocks Elena off the board. The interesting part is Kiwi is known as a light player, bans a light unit. And we've seen every element banned so far except fire. Is that right? Keep it moving. Oberon. Okay. So Oberon is going to get taken off the table. Never been banned before, but has been picked in every single previous tournament. As high as 4th, as low as 24th, but a 1st to 3rd round pick in every tournament. So off the table here, 2 Earth bans, Noctis and Oberon, who, by the way, make a crazy strong duo together. Now, we will go to the rosters. It's time for actual picks. Those previous units that you saw are gone. They're off the table. We will go back to Cop here with his first pick. So we'll go Cop, McCrane, Turambar, Willy, Kason, LXD, Kiwi, Sand Rooster to fill out this first row. Then Sand Rooster will pick again. We go back up to the top, and it just snakes its way all the way to the end. You gotta pick. You gotta commit, Cop. You gotta commit. Lock. Okay, I think the first pick is gonna be Lock. Yeah, there it is on the board. So a light unit comes off the table immediately. Lock goes to Cop. First pick of the tournament is a character that I have rated at a 110. He's really good. He's really good. The question with Lock is this. Can you put together two more picks that can go with his evasion, or do you just kind of have to use him as like a scrapper? Okay, Sir McCrane says somehow Asterius has fallen to me. I'm going to snag Asterius. I have not rated Asterius on a tier list yet. Let me just tell you though, he's a 110. Asterius is crazy strong, one of the strongest DPS units in this game. So Sir McCrane steals Asterius with the second pick, and in my opinion, two of the most OP units left are off the board, and the third one left is Esther, and Turambar snags that straight away. So lock Esther and Asterius off the board, and then Willie goes to his dark pocket picks and snags a first round Garble. Kason with Ibarra coming in at that next pick. So two big banger lightning units, two 100 cost lightning units already snagged in the first round. Lock, Asterius, Esther, Garble, Ibarra. Decent mix of elements. Lightning's power is starting to get tapped out. There are still two really good lightning units left, like top of that tier list for lightning in Cloud and in Charlotte. And if we go look at the bans, all of them no, Cloud did not make it through the bans. So Charlotte is really the only big hitting lightning unit left on the board. LXD goes ice, takes Gilgamesh, a very slept on unit right now, I think, in the current state of the game, but massive AoEs, massive debuffs, can shield himself, can haste your party. So in a potential rainbow situation, Gilgamesh can offer a lot to that team, even if you can't build like a mono / piercing team with him or something like that. Now we're on to Kiwi. Kiwi, a renowned light player, one of the more famous light players in Friday Night Fights history. However, banned Elena's gone, and Locke has already been taken. So Kiwi goes Violet, does stick with his light roots and Violet. We are going to get some Persona 5 action here tonight. Violet is in one of my favorite units in the game, and a really, really cool addition to Persona 5 with Persona 5 Royal will make her Friday Night Fights debut today. Okay, Sandrooster's up. Now, Sandrooster has the interesting position here of being able to have two picks in a row. So, gets the 8th pick and the 9th pick. This is a cool place to be, because if you wanted to run a mono element team, you could put two of them together right now. Okay, I'm going to put my game on the screen for a second here, because the music is being kind of weird. So I'm going to fix that, and then put the drafter back on the screen. There we go. We didn't miss anything. Sandrooster goes Resnick. Okay, one of our newest units, Resnick, coming in with the first round. And that wraps up the first round, by the way. First round is done. It goes Locke, Asterius, Esther, Garble, Ibarra, Gilgamesh, Violet, Resnick. And Sandrooster does combine two lightning units, Resnick and Charlotte, with the first pick of the second round. So, lightning power. I would say lightning's top tier is gone. The top half of lightning, the characters that make lightning what they are off the board. Now, the next tier down is still very good. Ranan, Frederica, maybe some Nivlu action, something like that. Those characters are still in there. So if Sandrooster does want to put together a lightning team, that is still in the cards. Same for Turambar, who has the Esther. So that's crazy. Kiwi's second pick goes Sakura. So EX Sakura, one of our newest EX units, comes in, and Kiwi has managed to piece together a mono-light duo at least. Violet and Sakura. Probably not going to be an evasion team, although Sakura could hold the Bahamut in a Violet evasion build, so it's still possible. LXD goes Valentine's Day Salier. So everybody so far who's had two picks has managed to put them in the same element. Gilgamesh plus Valentine's Day Salier are both top units in the ice element, and there are a lot of other good ice element units left. Kason goes with Skahal. Okay, so Kason with a very powerful lightning duo coming through, Ibarra and Skahal, two lightning mages, and lightning is all over this tournament right now. If we go check out the ban phase again, we go take a look at that. Cloud got banned here, as well as Velis, Joker, Joom, Celis, Noctis, Elena, and Oberon. So with Cloud gone, I mean, what's like not a ton left for Lightning? Okay, Willie's turn. He takes Promptu with his second pick. So Garble plus Promptu, a like mixed physical and magical dark missile kind of team coming out here. Garble does have missile damage in his kit. Promptu is a missile unit, so that's pretty cool. And so far, until just now, everybody was able to say Mono Element. Turambar, who had the Esther, goes Terra with the next pick. So the first showing up of Fire. This is Fire's first presence in this week so far, and it's Terra, one of Fire's definitely top people, and somebody who would be good at dealing with Evade. If you look, we've got Violet out here. We've got Locke out here. So for Turambar, thinking about maybe having to face Evade at some point, or just wanting a strong mage, picks up the Terra. A good call. Now, Sir McCray has Astrius. Here's the thing. Astrius is water. What water units were banned? Only Celis. So Astrius' #1 partner is off the table, but there are plenty more, LOL, plenty more, the merrier. Get it? Water units out there. Anyway, he picks more the merrier. So just goes for a wind element mage that is really strong. Like more the merrier had that part in the game where she was huge, and then she kind of got forgotten a little bit when we got some collaborations and the anniversary in the game. But don't forget, more the merrier is really, really good, and a strong second round pick for Sir McCrane. Now, Cop's up. Cop, in the same position that Sand Rooster was about 5 minutes ago, has the next pick, both of them. So gets his second round pick now, and then the third round pick. So Locke is locked in for the first round. LOL, another pun, 2 for 2 in a row. Violet and Sakura are gone. Elena is gone. So those are a lot of Locke's best friends. However, Engelbert still around. Yuna still around. There are Thangrid still around. There are other light element units available, and you could go for that. Or go for a mixed element evasion team. Somebody like, UR Zazon, somebody like, Kitone, something like that if you wanted to mix it up. Anyway, 2 picks. So whatever Cop commits to it can be a hard commit at this point. This is the advantage of the first pick. You get the first pick, which is obvious advantage, but you also get to see how everyone else's comps are kind of coming together before you kind of hard commit with your middle 2 picks. Okay, something to point out here. Cop will be facing Sand Rooster in the first round. Jaden. Oh, there's a good light element unit who has not made an appearance in a couple of weeks for Friday Night Fights. Jaden Engelbert. Cop gets away with a super powerful mono light trio. Locke, Jaden, Engelbert. Now, it's not going to be maybe the perfect evasion team. However, Jaden is a fine unit to hold like a Bahamut, to give Locke some agility, something like that. Okay, Sir McCrane with their third round pick goes for Aranea, a staple of Friday Night Fights. Aranea never misses a tournament. She is in every single one of these. So she comes in for the third round here for Sir McCrane, who's full rainbow at this point. Asterisk, more the merrier, Aranea. So Sir McCrane will have to kind of tie all that together with the fourth pick. So, like a glue pick to kind of make them all work together, or could just be going for kind of a bruiser damage comp. I mean, all of those 3, Asterisk, more the merrier, and Aranea, can take a hit and deal a lot of damage. So could just say, forget healing and tanks, I'm going to go DPS. Something to keep in mind as we move through these drafts. And Glacialia Regalia, the name that I just can't say no matter what, Classy Glassy, comes in for Turambar. So a bit of a fire team coming together for Turambar, who first picks Esther, maybe just to block that from other people, or just to splash it in with whoever. Snags 2 fire units afterwards. Willie gets the mono dark team. So there's Garble Promptu, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson comes in the third round. That is a really strong dark team from Willie. And what I'm trying to say here, someone trying to mention, when you're picking, you know who your first opponent is. Cop knows that Sand Rooster is their first opponent. Sir McCrane knows that Kiwi is the first opponent. And there's Queen. Okay, Queen comes in. It's 2 Persona 5 characters making it in today. And Kason has a full lightning lineup of Abara, Skahal, and Queen. In fact, it's 3 lightning mages for Kason. He went that route. So there it is. And Willie and Kason will be fighting each other in the first round. So it could be Mono Dark versus Mono Lightning in round 1. Now they do have their 4th pick, so you can oftentimes use that 4th pick as a bit of a first round counter pick, because you can say, look, I know I have to go against this person in the first round. However, for Kason, that'll be hard, because what do you counter pick Dark with? It doesn't really have one. You could say Light, but like Light's basically picked through at this point, and Light takes double damage, or Light takes that bonus damage just like they give it versus Dark. Okay, LXD's up next. LXD is double ice units so far. Might have been targeting the Aranea with the 3rd pick, and so that might sting a little bit that Aranea is taken away. But there are other very, very good ice units if LXD wants to stick in that direction. You have Fryevia, you have Velric, you have Orin. People like that are still available, so we'll have to see what LXD goes for. LXD in the first round. Who's he playing? So LXD will play Turambar in the first round. Which, okay, Turambar's picks make a lot more sense when you look at it like this. Turambar sees that LXD went Ice Ice, and Turambar has picked Fire Fire. Terra and Glassy, 2 picks into a double ice team. Now, LXD could say, fine, I'm going to snag a water unit here and like try to kind of checkmate you. But what water unit ties Gilgamesh and Valentine's Day Selir together? Titus? Do you go with, like an Aerith? Something like that? I don't know. LXD is clearly taking his time thinking about this one. We shall see. Is he typing yet? We'll go check Discord. Oh, okay. We had a translation error. LXD has picked a water unit indeed. Summer Elsorel comes in. So goes strong water mage. Typed Celsi in the chat, and Lego was confused because Celsi, who is that? Summer Elsie. Yeah. I might have figured that out after 10 minutes. Anyway, Summer Elsorel is the pick for LXD, so it is purely a pick to try to counteract Turambar's active countering of LXD's first 2 picks. A smart play, and now Turambar cannot just get away with running Mono Fire in the first round. They'll have to go to the big brain board. Now, it's Kiwi's turn. Kiwi is also trying to piece together a Mono Light team, but there's already a Mono Light team pieced together, and Elena was banned. Warrior of Light is still an option. There's also Kiwi's most famous pocket pick in these tournaments in Camilo, so Camilo could be in play. I do expect the Light unit here. Going up against Sir McCrane in the first round, Sir McCrane has a Rainbow team, and Light's not really countered by anything anyway. Violet Evading could be pretty effective against the 3 picks for Sir McCrane, but if you're going to run Evade Violet, what do you put here with her? Now, you could go for a Earth Evade unit. Earth is conspicuously absent at this point, and there's a lot of power in Earth. Although 2 of Earth's best units were banned in the ban phase, which has seemed to put people away. Okay, there it is. It's Yuna. So Kiwi gets the Yuna, goes for the big time light support healing unit with the Space Chickens. Okay, Sand Rooster's up. Sand Rooster has Resnick Charlotte. So really strong lightning support, really strong lightning tank. But if you're looking for a lightning carry, Esther, Abara, Cloud, Skahal, and Queen are off the board. Do you go for Ranan? Does Sand Rooster have Ranan built up? That's always a question here. Is not only, you have to think about not only who's available, but you have to build, you want to pick somebody that you have built. Or you're just sort of shooting yourself in the leg and then being asked to run in a marathon, which is pretty hard. So Sand Rooster has 2 picks in a row right now. Gets to finish the team comp. I do expect one of those picks to be a lightning unit if he has lightning units built. Or it could just be another mage. Chat has mentioned that Black Rose Helena has been not selected yet, so that's an option. Halloween Little Leela is still on the table, but that would be a lot of healing. I don't know that you want Resnick and Halloween Little Leela. That's a lot, but I don't know. Sand Rooster might have not in. There's a situation here. Maybe Sand Rooster has Queen built and did not anticipate Kason snagging Queen out from under him. Could be. He's also going against Lock Jaden Engelbert. So if I'm Sandrooster here, I gotta be looking for some 100% hit stuff. I gotta be trying to find some accuracy or something. Abara would have been a good pick, but she's gone. Cloud would have been a good pick, but he's banned, and there's no way in the world Cloud was making it to the 3rd round. So it's gotta just be something. Chat says, I gotta believe in Resnick's Charm. Resnick's Charm, okay. Sandrooster's picks are coming in. Here we go. Nivlu comes in. Okay, so Nivlu, we're going to get to see Nivlu in Friday Night Fights this week, maybe. We at least get to see her picked in the draft. And then for the 2nd pick in a row, Little Leela the Bold. So the brand new unit, Detective Little Leela, comes in, who, by the way, has a very, very high accuracy build. That could be a direct pick to just try to deal with Cop's team. Frederica might have been another good option there, but maybe Sandrooster doesn't have Frederica built, so instead could pivot to a tank support with Nivlu or Resnick running support, honestly, and Little Leela the Bold to try to take out Cop's team. Kiwi gets away with a complete mono light build by picking Warrior of Light with his last pick, so Kiwi has one of everything from light. Has a physical DPS, has a mage, has a healer, and has a tank. Every category of light is filled. Kiwi 4 for 0 on light units is going to be playing mono element. So that's something Sir McCrane can keep in mind with his last pick. LXD's up. LXD, and we've talked about this one at length, has 2 ice units and a water unit. Is fighting for sure 2 fire units and a lightning unit. However, is there another lightning unit to pair with Esther? I mean, I don't know. How deep into the lightning pool is Turambar willing to go? Or do you just go for a strong pick here? Something like Black Rose Helena. And Willie might just be targeting Black Rose Helena at this point. If I'm Willie and Black Rose Helena is available and I got that team comp, well, I might just look that way. Okay, LXD's pick. We've had MR units picked in the past. It has happened before. It could happen again. You never know. Okay. LXD processing. It takes a lot of processing. While LXD is processing, I will remind you that this stream is not actually sponsored by Monster Energy Drinks. I just like them a lot, but if they ever did want to sponsor me, I would accept that sponsorship happily. Monster Energy Drinks Ultra Paradise is a 10 calorie, 0 sugar delight that gives me the energy I need to do Friday Night Fights. Nailed it. Somebody send me a check. Thank you. Now meanwhile, while I did all of that, LXD has not been able to come up with a pick. I'm buying you time, LXD. Valuable time. Valuable time. As much as I can. Alright. Let's take a peek at the bands again, just so we know. Velis, Joker, Jew, Celis, Noctis, Cloud, Elena, Oberon. All gone. And definitely the Noctis plus Oberon bands have knocked Earth way down in popularity. We have still not seen a single Earth unit picked. So, we'll see. You still have powerful Earth units out there, especially Zazan. Moraga's out there, both of whom have shown up in the past. Okay, here we go. Tick, tick, tick. The LXD is typing. LXD is typing. He does it. He does it. You guys are going to see it in a second. We do see our first Earth unit. You Are Zazan comes into play. And comes into play against a potential what? You have Esther. Yeah, that's a good pick. Because Esther now has to at least consider the fact that there's an Earth unit potential on the other side. And I would say Turambar and LXD have done the most counter picking of anybody yet. Like, all of their picks after the first round seem to lean that way. And oh, there we go. Kason comes through with the MR unit. Is willing to stay mono element. Goes Ravis. Ravis comes in with the 4th round pick. And then Willie stays mono dark and snags a Kane. So we might get to see some 120 Ravis in action tonight. That would be pretty dang cool. All right, Turnbar's turn. Turnbar's turn. Has 1 lightning unit, 2 fire units. I have to say, King Mont is still available. King Mont has not been picked yet, and he was not banned, right? King Mont made it through the bans, did he not? Yeah, there was no fire units banned. Whoa, wrong button. Yeah, no fire units were banned. So we could see a King Mont to tie the Terra and Glassy together, or we could see something else. I'd be very surprised if King Mont does not get picked up. Setia also available. Absolutely. If you're thinking about fire, like there is the potential for a like 120 gunner. What I forgot her name. Minwoo's also available. I don't know. Minwoo, you have 2 fire mages. If you're Turnbar right now, you have 1 physical DPS and 2 fire mages. Like, what do you put with that to give yourself the options you need to pick a team? I don't know. There's 2 units, though, that I'm surprised have not been picked. And those 2 units are Black Rose Helena and King Mont. It's just surprising that neither of them have come off the board yet. We will see, though. We have 3 more picks. One of those teams in Sir McCrane is full on rainbow. There it is. There's King Mont. So Turnbar does go with King Mont to tie Terra and Glassy together, or to just provide a tank to help cover for Esther in a really strong like Bruiser comp. There's Moraga coming off the table for Sir McCrane. So does the Moraga counter anything for Kiwi's team? No, it doesn't. But it is just a good pick. It's a front line, and Moraga, if you have his helmet, is a little bit more of a true tank now. He can bring some of that turn 1 hate in through that fully upgraded helmet, and it's a huge upgrade for him. Yeah, Luartho was the fire gunner I was talking about. Cop has last pick. Now, Cop has managed to stay mono light to this point. Is against a Resnick, Charlotte, Nivlu, Little Leela. What does Cop want to put all that together? Like, what's the answer to the triple lightning dark if you already have Lock, Jade, and Engelbert? Because you could probably just run Lock, Jade, and Engelbert into whatever you wanted, more or less. Or you could pick something else. We'll see what Cop has in mind. We got a poll in the chat. Should LEGO share a draft sheet to the participants before? Yeah, that's a really good idea. That's a really good idea. I think that's a great idea, LEGO. That could be a nice adjustment we make for the future here. Oh, it's Lucio coming in. Okay, so Lucio makes another appearance. The freemium unit in the game. The free-to-play god himself, Lucio, coming in with the last pick. So that's it. Those are your teams. You have Locke, Jaden, Engelbert, Lucio. And players, by the way, go ahead. I'm going to start like a 10-minute timer. At 6:16, in 10 minutes, we will start the first round. So Cop and Sand Rooster, that is you. You guys are up first. So go ahead, get your room put together, get your team comps up, and then I will join that room in 10 minutes to spectate. All right, it's time for our first match of the tournament. You can see the matchup on the screen. It's the 1-seed Cop versus the 8-seed Sand Rooster. And look at that top little area. You'll see that Cop is a veteran of Friday Night Fights, has played in 39 of our tournaments, 174 matches, 4 first places, 3 second places, not only has played a lot, has won a lot, and is coming into this tournament as the 1-seed. He's facing off against Sand Rooster, who, this is Sand Rooster's first week, has played in a total of 2 tournaments, had a 2nd place finish, which was enough to win a tiebreaker to sneak in as the 8th seed for today. So pretty cool. Now, if we look at the team comps here, Cop Mono Light has Locke, Jaden, Engelbert, Lucio, power picks. And when we polled chat was very much saying Cop's probably going to win this thing. Sand Rooster almost got away with a mono lightning team but wanted to pick Queen with that last pick, but Queen got picked by somebody else first. So snuck a little Leela the Bold in there, which might work out for anti-accuracy, or for anti-evasion. She's a high accuracy unit with a high accuracy move, kind of like a Bara, but with more accuracy. That could be a good counter to the light evasion if that's what happens. We can jump into the screen here, and you can see they're both doing initial placement right now. So we will we'll get this fight going as soon as initial placement is done. Okay, so technical difficulties with that first one. Game keeps crashing for Sand Rooster. They're going to get that game in off stream. What we're going to do instead is go to our second match, which is Willie versus Kason. Now, both of these, or Willie has played in a lot of Friday night tournaments, 36. Kason first week played in 3. It's the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. Willie, mono dark, just like he always likes to do. Kason bringing in mono lightning. This is the person who stole Queen away from Sand Rooster. It's a Boris Cahal Queen and a Ravis, the MR unit, getting some representation today. That's pretty cool. So 4 seed versus 5 seed. In theory, this should be the closest match if seeding mattered at all. Seeding honestly doesn't matter at all. It comes down instead more to picks and bans. Both players' initial placement is done. They have readied up. We are ready to jump into this fight. Now, let's full screen it here. And the curious question will be, does Ravis make it in? Do we get to see Ravis, or is Kason just going to run? Yes, we do. You guys, we get to see an MR 120 tank Ravis against the mono dart team. So it's Garble, Dwayne, Kane versus Ravis, Queen, and Ibarra. So it's actually Skahal that will not make it into the first fight. Ibarra's going to put her Man-Eater buff online. She loves to cast that straight away. Ravis, what's she going to do? Immortal Spirit. So Courage buff on. She's probably going to be looking to get off a Taunting Blade on her next turn. You know, solidify that hate, get her role as a tank established. Here comes Queen next, Zombie Transformation. So a re-raise on Queen. That's a clever play in case Queen gets sniped. Speaking of Queen, in case she gets sniped, here comes the limit break from Kane. He goes up into the air, drops the spear from space. How much damage? Not enough to kill her, but the slow does land. If you've not done much Kane action in the past, PvE Kane is very useful for that slow. There's Grand Shell's protection, a physical magical wall for Ravis. Does she have hate? Does 120 Ravis have innate hate? I don't know. Dwayne is going to drop his limit break. He's going to use that on her only. It only does about 1300 total damage between the hits. Garble's going to buff his magic attack and spirit piercing. Queen's up. Queen, she's slow. She steps to the side. Arm shot. She finds the disable. She says, Kane disabled me, or Kane slowed me. I'm going to counter that with a disable. That's huge. Garble steps forward, does a bunch of damage to Ravis, but Kane's out of the fight for a minute, and now it's Ibarra's turn. She steps forward, hairpin dart. Kane is taken out of the fight straight away. Ravis is up. She's going to go Sonic Severance, 2804 on the Dwayne, and Ravis is in there trading back and forth. Dwayne gets his buff up, he groups up with Garble, and it's Ibarra's turn. She's going to go for the limit break. Malevolent Lightning comes out. This might hit, well, who's she targeting here? It's going to just be 11,000 damage on Dwayne. He is out of there, but he does have re-raise, so he comes back. Garble's on the counterattack now, Spirit Blaster. Ravis does finally get her Courage popped, but she hung in there and tanked forever. She counterattacks with Sonic Severance and removes Dwayne. Ravis putting on a show as the frontliner for this team. Izayoi comes out right there. I think I might have said that right. Does half of Garble's HP. Queen finally gets another turn, but that slow has indeed made her slow. Detonation Blast will finally kill Ravis. It's a 2 versus 1, Garble versus Ibarra and Queen. Okay, it's going to be Ibarra's turn next. Let's see here. She's going to go Izayoi again. 3,600 and some damage. 3,600 something. Garble's almost dead. He steps forward. Spirit Blaster coming out. Gonna do what? 3271. Queen's up next. Hyper Reactivity. Evasion or Reflex was banned all week. It's allowed today. He reflexes there, but it's not enough. Kason wins with the Lightning team. Ravis coming in huge with that frontline taking this. And congrats to the Ravis team. Moving on in the bracket. GG. Let's go to our next fight. Okay. Our next match is Sir McCrane versus Kiwi Stings, and this is two veterans of the scene. Sir McCrane played in 26 tournaments, Kiwi played in 35. As far as the draft goes, McCrane full-on rainbow, Astrius, Marymore, Aranea, Moraga. Kiwi, mono light. It's two light teams made it through the picks and bans today. There's enough light power out there that it can fill two mono teams. So which one will win, and what will McCrane do to overcome the light? Astrius, you know, is going to be a part of it in some way. Now we go into the match screen here. We've got Aranea versus Warrior of Light in slot 1 for these teams. So what are they bringing in to kind of back that up? Well, it's going to be Astrius and Marymore with Aranea, and it's going to be Violet and Sakura with Warrior of Light. Violet is going to pop bells and start moving forward here. Astrius is going to look to put some of his like super strong buffs on. He goes Deep Fortification, get that resist HP up and HP absorb on for himself. Zombie transformation from Sakura, who has had a very good tournament since getting her EX job. She showed up very nicely last week. Marymore gets the accuracy buff online, which could be very good for fighting the Charlotte. Aranea pops bells and begins to charge towards the enemy team. Warrior of Light, slowest one, last one to go, gets his defense, spirit, and hate buff online. The problem for Warrior of Light potentially is, does he get outpaced by his teammates right here? Violet does have courage and some dodge just in case, you know, she has to overcome the 1v3 for a minute. There's the super OP buff coming through from Astrius. Gets his courage online, gets his second hit. Or I'm sorry, gets his courage online, and then he'll probably look for his limit break here in a second to establish his second hit thing. Warrior of Light is going to move forward and drop Crystal Braver. So he jumps up in the sky, summons his swords, really cool looking move. Doesn't do a ton of damage, but gives him Protect and Shell, which is super useful. Marymore going to go Divine Toxicology, 4,800 damage onto the Violet, but no poison lands. Nimble movement for Sakura, so she'll be able to get in range on her next turn. Violet is going to look for Vorpal Blade, her most used ability. Nice damage, especially onto the Aranea, who it kills, and Violet charges straight into Astrius' face. He says Unfailing Void Blade, pops that courage, but his second attack, he has not limit break, so he does not get the second attack to come through and kill Violet just yet. She lives with the courage buff. Here's Invincible Shield 2 coming out from Warrior of Light, who is out of AP. He steps forward, and he's now in tank range. Marymore is going to go Shadow Flare. She's going to hit everybody with an AoE attack. It does hit Violet and kill her. It does a little bit of damage to Sakura. Sakura on the counter, Thunder comes through. Marymore goes down. It's, oh wait, she had re-raise, so it's Astrius Marymore versus Warrior of Light Sakura. Unfortunately for Sakura, she's standing right next to Warrior of Light, and there is AoE potential here on Sir McCrane's team. It's going to be Unfailing Void Blade. That will kill Sakura for the first time. She has re-raise. So can she do big damage before she goes away? She's going to bust out Eternal Pain. It's going to be her limit break. Coming through, multi-hit, light attack, big scythe in the air. It kills Marymore. So Marymore going to stay dead this time. The question now is, Warrior of Light, can you get away from Sakura? Crucially, he does. He gets away from her just in time for Release the Void to come out. So this will do a lot of damage to Warrior of Light, and it will give Astrius that on-hit second damage. Here it comes. You're going to see it right here for the first time. Crystal Tracer, 1748. But Sakura lives. She's going to channel a spell. Warrior of Light's going to heal himself. That's pretty useful. Here comes, oh, the counter attack. Prescient Advantage comes through, and Astrius slaps her down before she can kill him, and then kills Warrior of Light. And Astrius says, how did I not get banned? I am freaking broken. And he just 2v1s, no big deal, kills Sakura, kills Warrior of Light, and Kiwi's tournament comes to an end just when it looked like he had that match in the bag. Okay, time for our final match of the first round. We've got Turambar versus LXD, and once again we have a matchup between a veteran of the Friday Night Fight scene and a newcomer this week. LXD played in 25 tournaments, Turambar has played in 3. So, a bit of a discrepancy there, but let's check the team comps here. We've got Esther, Terra, Glassy, and King Mont, and it's classy Glassy, by the way, versus Gilgamesh, Valentine's Day Solier, Summer Elsorel, and UR Zazan. So, a lot of counter element shenanigans could come into play here. in this one. If we jump into the match screen, you can see that LXD is indeed going to play the UR Zazan, and Turnbar is going to play the Terra. So Terra and Zazan are for sure coming through for both of these people. But what's the rest of the team like? That's going to be the question. Does the Zazan get to fight Esther? Because really he's here to try to fight the Esther. And for Terra, she's hoping to find an ice unit or two. There is guaranteed to be at least one ice unit on LXD's team, but there also could be the Summer Elsorel. In fact, I would be shocked if Summer Elsorel does not come in. Garu gives a 1000 CLP super chat, says, Turnbar, you can do this. Well, we're gonna find out right now. Here we go. We've got Zazan, Summer Elsorel, Gilgamesh, who might be relegated to more of a support role on this team, versus the Terra squad. So LXD's up first. Zazan contemplating the universe right here. Come on, Zod. Let's go, game. Don't you crash on me. There we go. We've got bells coming in. AP Restore online for Zazan. It's Terra, King Mont, and Esther coming in from Turnbar. There's the slash attack buff from Terra. She also gets the penetration, making her a lot stronger than she was before. There's Keenblade coming in from Gilgamesh. So we're going to get some CT manipulation from this LXD team. Midsummer Refreshment, so Shell online for Summer Elsie. It's Esther's turn. She's got all the things in the world she can do. She goes with buffs. Esther also has a lot of really powerful buffs in her kit as well, but Bells is a really good move. That'll take AP problems off the table, and she's got to deal with this Zazan, who already has Bells and now already has his Courage online. Here comes Gilgamesh. Let's see what he's going to do with his next turns. He's channeling a spell. Summer Elsie, is she in range of Mont yet? No, not yet. She's going to put her Courage online. So a lot of anti-death coming in here from this Gilgamesh team. Zazan picks up a haste. That's going to be useful. There's Courage coming in from Terra. So many Courage buffs in play. Does Esther put one on herself? No, she's in range. She's going to try to take out her counter element matchup right here in Zazan. And she's pretty good at this generally. Let's see, Bunny Blitz does 5406, so it does not kill him. He re-hastes himself with the speed reflex, and now he's on the counter attack. What's he got in the bag? He's going to go Taunting Blade. He steps back and drops a Taunting Blade. Esther doesn't take that as bad as maybe she could have. And King Mont runs to the side, drops Claws. That will proc Zazan's Courage. So one of Zazan's 2 lives is over with now. Gilgamesh moves forward. He goes Quicken onto the Zazan. It is Time Mage Gilgamesh in full form right here. 1 HP Zazan. He's got a King Mont off to the side that he has to deal with. He goes Kingpin Smash, 3821. Mont is hanging in there. It's Elsie's turn now. She's going to look to finish off that Mont, I imagine. Yeah, she steps forward. Geo Assimilation. She puts Mont in the ground and drops a little bit of damage onto the Esther. Terra comes through. Crescent Riot Blade. This is again onto an element counter matchup. And so far, the element counter matchups have favored the Gilgamesh team instead of the Terra team. Esther's turn. She's going to step forward, bolt the impact. That will kill Zazan, so he's removed from the fight. And he was the one with the benefit of those haste buffs from the Gilgamesh and from his reflex. Here's Kotetsu. It cannot quite kill Esther. And does Summer Elsie have a quick hitting move right here? Can she kill Esther? Yeah, Geosimulation comes out. That will put Esther down even through the counter element matchup. And it's Terra versus 2. Meltdown comes, but she kills Gilgamesh. It's a 1v1. It's mage on mage action. Who wins? Summer Elsie or Terra? Summer Elsie is water, Terra is fire. You've got to think that puts the advantage squarely in her hands. Courage is popped from Terra. Meltdown comes out. It can only do 3,000 damage. And uh-oh, I think it's lights out right here for this Terra. Summer Elsie's turn. She throws a book at her and the paper cut straight from the library. LXD gets the win. Books are not only made to make you smarter, they are made to beat people in a duel, as you just saw from Summer Elsie right there. Although I imagine she gets the books wet, which might not be the best thing in the world for them. Anyway, it's a win. LXD moving on. GG. Let's go to the round 2. And in fact, let's put the bracket on the screen right here. Round 2, we're going to have Cop versus Kason. Here it is. Cop versus Kason and McCrane versus LSD. So, let's do it. Okay, here we go. Second round kicks off with Cop versus Kason. Now, Kop's team, we did not get to see perform in the first round. We had some technical difficulties there, but it's the Locke, Jaden, Engelbert, Lucio team. It's going to be against Kayson's Mono Lightning team this time. Abara, Skahal, Queen, and Ravis. If there is evasion for the light team, Abara might be the big hope here. She has her counterman slash, which is very effective at cutting down evasion, and with all the mages on Kayson's team, Engelbert might not be the most effective tank. We'll see if Kop chooses to use Engelbert anyway, or if he maybe sticks with the Lucio Jaden lock team, something like that. If we put the game on the screen, you can see that Kop is indeed going to run Lucio. We don't know exactly what's behind the Lucio, but with 1800 magic, I do imagine Jaden made the cut. Kayson has a more magic heavy team, which we expected, and with Abara in slot 1, well, I mean, it's lightning mages, so one of them had to be in slot 1. The question will be, does the Ravis continue to make a run in this tournament, or is Ravis' time over? Well, we'll see. Both players are ready, just waiting on that go button, and we will jump into this thing. All right, we're loading in. We're loading in. I want to see Ravis. Personally, I would love to see Ravis just push through here, and she is back in this fight. It's Abara, Ravis, and Skahal this time. So no Queen, that's the adjustment. Although Queen did well last time. In her little duel versus Kane, that disable was clutch. Okay, Treasure Hunter's Fortune, which was all of a sudden very hard to say. Anyway, it's an agility and luck buff for the group. Very, very good for evade, speed, everything. It's a really great TMR. There's Keenblade coming out from Lucio, so CT manipulation in full effect. Skahal off to the side. Well, okay, he ends up in range for a Thundaga early. I imagine that was not what Skahal was meant to do with this lineup. He feels a little bit overextended to me. We'll see if Ravis can find her way in there and do some tanking, or if Skahal's going to end up eating a few shots, and he's not the thickest boy on the planet, if you know what I mean. Re-Raise comes in for Locke right there. Jaden is in range of the tank, so that is nice. He ends up shooting Ravis. She covers Skahal once. Skahal debilitating counter. He comes out and drops that counter attack first, saves himself some damage, and almost kills Lucio. Skahal with that Asterius-like reaction ability. But Ravis is cut through. Her courage is already propped. Now, Skahal's done a ton of damage in this fight already. He drops his Thundaga. It kills Jaden. Wait, this Skahal is actually just going nuts. He does debilitating counter again. This time he kills Lucio with it. Is Skahal actually a 120 cost unit in disguise? I don't know. Sonic Severance comes out from Ravis. She at least hits Locke before he's about to kill her. Slate Wiper comes out from Abara. Abara did not use Counterman Slash. Now, I'm pretty sure she could have right there. Wait, debilitating counter procs at a 100% rate. Is that Cloud with Reflex, or is that Skahal with debilitating counter? I don't know, it's hard to tell. Sonic Severance again from Ravis, who is just punishing this Locke. I don't know. Does Abara have a Counterman Slash? Abara, you need to do something here. You're getting carried. There's Counterman Slash. It comes through. That's the Courage proc for Locke. It's a 1v2, but an evasion unit in a 1v2 is far from GG. He's going to go with an AoE attack right here. AP Hunt. Ravis is dead, and Abara is getting low. She's going to get a chance. Counterman Slash. Does that do it? That kills Locke, and Kayson picks up the win. Ravis, once again, tanks through an insane amount of damage. MVP of that fight was Skahal. Absolutely, Skahal was the MVP of that fight. His reaction ability, like, I don't remember. Does it have like a boosted reaction rate to like 150%? Because, oh my gosh. Anyway, Light goes down, and I believe Light is now out of the tournament. All right, let's go to our next second round match. Okay, our last match of the semifinals. Who will decide who goes to the finals? It's Surma Crane versus LXD. Now, both people have played in 26 or 25 tournaments, so both veterans of the scene. Surma Crane has the Asterius that absolutely hard carried last time. LXD had the UR Zazan LC Gilgamesh team. Will they make adjustments? Will we see some different players in there? We don't know just yet. However, we can see that just by going to the select screen here, we do get adjustments because Sir McCrane is putting the Moraga in, who did not show up in the last fight, and LXD is moving to Valentine's Day Solier, who also did not show up into the last fight. Valentine's Day Solier should do pretty well against most of Sir McCrane's team. Marymore is the only magical unit on there, and Valentine's Day Solier is better against physical. Moraga comes in here as maybe just a tank, like a tanky option, somebody who can draw some hits. We will see. LXD still doing initial placement. We will jump into the fight once that's done. Okay, anyway, we're jumping into the fight. Here we go. Let's put it full screen. What's the rest of these team comps look like? The Marymore is going to sit on the bench for Sir McCrane, full-on physical team, which Summer Elsie and Valentine's Day Solier might actually like. That might play into LXD's favor. Elsie and Solier both good against physical in particular. Solier waiting to do something here. We've got a little bit of a latency problem. Am I going to have to leave the room and come back in? I'll tap the screen a bunch of times. I'm not getting any response. I'll try and spin the screen. It'll spin. So that's something. We're going to back out and we're going to come back in. We're going to pick this fight up in the middle. Unless one of them DC'd, it might just be a spectator bug. You do run into spectator bugs from time to time. Let's go 73186. Okay, jumping in. I typed it in wrong. Costing myself valuable seconds. Here we go. We're loading. We're loading. Can we get in? Come on. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Let's go. Please. Chat says it's Dwayne Magara Johnson, right? Dwayne Moraga Johnson. Yeah, I could see it. He definitely doesn't skip chess day. That's for sure. Okay, we're right in the middle of things. There's bells from Arnea, so AP restore on. Summer Elsie has already taken a few hits and is still hanging in there. Moraga gets dropped by Valentine's Day Solier. Gilgamesh's turn. He has 66 AP. He's already cast a couple spells, maybe some quickens, something like that. It's Elsie's turn next. She steps forward. She's going to look for a spell. It's going to be a haste on a Valentine's Day Solier coming out from Gilgamesh. Geo-absorption comes out. Asterius takes a little bit of damage, and it's his turn. Look, everybody's grouped. It's Asterius, but he gets reflexed. The god of reaction abilities gets reaction abilitied by Valentine's Day Solier. Reflex continues to be OP, and Asterius gets a taste of his own medicine. Because she's alive, Valentine's Day Solier is able to knock Arnea out of this fight, and it's Asterius versus 3. Now, Kotetsu comes out, 6,200 damage. Asterius goes down, and LXD picks up the win. GG, Asterius is eliminated, which means Light is gone, Asterius is gone, and we are going to have a spicy finals match coming up right now. All right, time for the grand finals. The winner gets the exclusive Champion of the Goddess, Discord tag in my Discord, which is the most coveted prize on the internet. Kason and LXD will be, it'll be a new champion this week, so that's pretty cool. If we go to the board over here, you'll see Kason running that Ravis Mono Lightning team, LXD running that Valentine's Day Solier Gilgamesh squad that we just saw. Now, will we see adjustments between the two? I don't know. If we look at slot 1, Kason is bringing Abara again. Abara has been the staple of his comp the whole tournament here, was the first pick. That makes sense. LXD going back to Valentine's Day Solier, who was not in the first fight, but has been in the subsequent ones. And with 3,484 magic, I also expect to see Summer Elsorel on that team. Who will be the third? Will it be Gilgamesh again? Will it be Zazan? It might be Zazan. LXD's adjustment for this fight might be Zazan because it's a mono lightning team. I would be surprised if Zazan did not come out here. We will see Kason versus LXD, Ravis versus Valentine's Day Solier. Here we go. Dramatic pause for effect. I have to take breaths. It's still not started. Did I... Like, Kason just killed me. He actually just killed me. Go. Yes, go. Somebody's got to click go, and that somebody is Kason. Gotta click go. Kagaburushi, thank you for following on YouTube. Here we go. Okay, we're jumping into the fight here. Now, in chat, LXD said, oops, I didn't pick Zazan, not realizing he was against Mono Lightning. Instead, has decided to run it back, and the Summer Elsie with that water element. Ooh, that might be a problem. Maybe the adjustment should have been get her out of there for Zazan. We'll see how it works out, though. There's still a lot of power on this team if the turns can work out. If Summer Elsie can get not one shot, she can steal a lot of life back with Geo-Assimilation. Here's Skahal, though. He goes Thunderaga. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Skahal just came out here like the Thunder God that he is and put a beat down on 2 units. You guys, the God carry of Kason's team, Ravis, might not even have to fight this time. Skahal is just out here killing people. Okay, Gilgamesh's turn. He's going to cast a spell. Okay, now maybe we get some, like, Quicken shenanigans here with Elsie where she heals back to full so Skahal can full kill her again. We'll see. It's her turn. We do have a little bit of a delay, which often means she's using her limit break or summoning. This early in a fight, it's definitely going to be the limit break. Dreamy Typhoon comes out, so big water tornado onto these lightning units. You got to get out of the swimming pool when there's a thunderstorm, because lightning sucks. That fell flat. I was going to make a better joke there. It didn't really work out. Anyway, Kotetsu comes out from Gilgamesh. He can't kill Skahal or Ravis. And Skahal's turn again. Thunderaga Dispeller. Look, Skahal just showed up in this tournament and said, you know what? No one plays me. No one plays me, and I'm great. He just did Dr. Diggs proud, because Dr. Diggs is a huge Skahal fan, and Kason shows the power of the Skahal-Ravis combo, the duo we didn't know we needed, and picks up the win. Congratulations, Kason, for winning this draft format, for winning this whole Cup series. Awesome team comp, awesome tournament. I love these a lot. If anybody would like to participate in Friday Night Fights, we will be starting a new Cup series next week. We will have 3 weeks of a rotating rule set. Week 1 is always anything goes, so you can use whatever you want on the first week. It gives you a good taste of the current meta game. And then we will have special rules for weeks 2 and 3. Top 8 placers for those weeks get to play in this, the top 8 draft, for a chance to win the exclusive Champion of the Goddess Discord title. Thank you for watching, everybody. It was a blast, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace.